So picture this. It's a typical Friday night. My buddy Jake and I were just chilling in his basement, right? We were gaming, munching on way too many pizza rolls and getting way too into this new horror game. It was supposed to be the scariest thing out that year, and let me tell you, the graphics were insane. But then, something weird started happening. Out of nowhere, Jake's phone buzzed like it was possessed. He looked down, frowning. "Dude, check this out." He showed me his screen, and there it was. A notification from an app called Ghost Hunter 3000. We laughed at first. I mean, who takes ghost hunting apps seriously? But the creepiness factor kicked in when the app started sending notifications every few minutes. "Dude, it's just spam," I said. But Jake was already tapping away at the screen, clearly intrigued. He started messing with it, and that's when things went downhill. The app had a feature that claimed to locate spiritual disturbances in the area. "Come on, let's see if it works," he said, grinning like a kid on Christmas. I rolled my eyes, but I was kind of curious too. So we set it to scan and nothing happened for a while. Then out of nowhere the app pinged. "Spiritual disturbance detected. Location 50 feet northwest." We both looked at each other, half laughing, half holding our breaths. "Let's go check it out," Jake said, already standing up. We grabbed our flashlights and headed outside. It was one of those dark, moonless nights, where even the trees looked like they were plotting something. As we walked, the app kept giving us directions, leading us deeper into the woods behind his house. At first, it was just a dumb game, but with each step, a weird tension filled the air. Suddenly, we reached this old rundown cabin. It was barely standing, with vines creeping up the walls and windows that looked like hollow eyes. The app buzzed again. "You're close. Disturbance detected." My heart started racing. This wasn't just a game anymore. "Let's go inside," Jake said, his voice shaky but excited. I hesitated, but curiosity got the best of me. We pushed the creaky door open, and the musty smell hit us like a brick wall. It was dark, and our flashlights barely pierced through the gloom. The app lit up with more notifications, pinging like crazy. "This is so dumb," I whispered, but Jake was glued to his phone, scrolling through ghost stories and pictures. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from upstairs, like something heavy had fallen. We froze. What the hell was that? Jake's face was pale. Before I could answer, the app buzzed again. "Warning, entity detected." Panic hit me. "Dude, let's just go," I said. But Jake was already creeping up the stairs, his curiosity outweighing his common sense. I followed reluctantly, every step feeling like I was walking into a trap. When we reached the second floor, we found an old dusty room filled with broken furniture and cobwebs. In the corner there was an old computer, flickering to life like it was waiting for us. The screen glowed eerily, and for a second, I thought I saw a shadow pass by behind us. I turned, but there was nothing there. "Look," Jake said, pointing at the screen. It was running some kind of old video, a grainy recording of a family in the cabin smiling, laughing, but then the video started glitching. Faces twisted, screams replaced laughter, and the whole thing turned into a nightmare. I could barely watch, my heart pounding in my chest. "Jake, let's get out of here," I urged, but he was transfixed. "Wait, it's almost done." Just then the computer screen blinked, and a message popped up. "Help us." My blood ran cold. Before I could say anything, the lights in the room flickered violently. "What the?" Jake said, dropping his phone. The app was going nuts, flashing warnings and notifications. "Entity approaching. Entity approaching." And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. A figure shrouded in darkness moving towards us. I couldn't even scream. It was like my voice had been stolen. Jake finally snapped out of it, grabbing my arm. "Run!" We bolted down the stairs, and I swear I could feel something hot on my back, like breath or something worse. We stumbled out of the cabin and into the woods, not stopping until we hit the tree line. I didn't dare look back. Panting, we finally slowed down, the only sound our heavy breathing and the rustling leaves. "What the hell just happened?" I gasped. Jake, still clutching his phone, was pale. "I don't know, but that app is cursed or something." We hurried back to his house, hearts racing, adrenaline pumping. Once we were inside, we slammed the door shut and locked it. But when Jake tried to delete the app, it wouldn't go. "What the?" "It's like it's stuck." The phone buzzed again. "You cannot escape." That's when we realized. The app wasn't just haunted. It had become a portal, a way for whatever that thing was to reach us. And every time we tried to delete it, the warnings just kept coming. Entity is with you. You are not alone. For weeks after that night, we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Jake's phone still buzzed with those eerie notifications, even when the app was supposedly deleted. We tried to ignore it, but it was like the entity had latched onto us. We would hear whispers in the dark, see flickering lights, and sometimes, just sometimes, we'd catch a glimpse of that shadow from the corner of our eyes. I still can't explain what happened in that cabin, but one thing's for sure. Technology can haunt you in ways you never expect. And if you ever come across a ghost hunting app, just delete it. Trust me, you don't want to be the next person trapped in its glitchy grasp.